to first prove your parampara, your tradition. Without that, there is no spiritual life. This is spirituality. And that's why if you noticed when she remembered her guru,
Put this on the table.
that's the way.
On the table.
So she is just an instrument of what she has learned from her teachers. And most of this classical music is not just simple compositions. You listen to something and you come up with something and you write a notes. It was never like that. You don't sit down and write music. Music is intuited from a higher state of consciousness. And that's why all the initial musicians were all sages. They were rishis. So that is music. Why? Because music is the language of nature. Trees are affected by it. Birds, animals, they sing, they dance. Long time back, Pythagoras had said this, the music of the spheres. These ragas and raginis, especially the Bhairavi, they are heard in nature during certain times of the day. Can you hear it? No. Well, you tune your mind to that level and you can hear this very raga Bhairavi in nature during that particular time. Morning ragas cannot be sung in the evening. Evenings cannot be sung in the afternoon. It's a whole genre of spiritual practices. So we are fortunate to have this beautiful Rag Bhairavi and this beautiful hymn to Mother Durga, who is the Divine Mother's name is Bhavani. Shankaracharya also wrote a hymn on her saying that Bhavani Ashtakam. Yeah. So much for her great contribution. In fact, instead of me speaking, you could have asked her to do all the singing and we could have been entertained. We can have it later. So it's a very this.
October 25th, you are having it.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it. That's listen, because people say spirituality is very, very, very difficult in this age, and the easiest way to attain spirituality is through music. Oh yeah. When you ask people to sit down for 10 minutes and do meditation or japa, very difficult. But 10 minutes they can concentrate on music. Yeah. And if the music is, that's the reason why all music ought to be spiritual. It has always been spiritual. It has its basis. All great, not only saints, avatars have been composers, musicians. Thank you very much for this beautiful. When I first heard this years and years and years ago, when I was rendering, I just said, oh, why Bhimsen Joshi? Oh my God. It was so heavenly. I mean, if you know the meaning of it, it becomes even more. It opens your heart. Opens your heart out to what? To the universe. Because right now our hearts are very closed. We have become people with heart, but less of heart. So why it's a profound? Because one of the most vexing philosophical positions, a theological process, philosophical and theology, is how does the infinite embody? How? We will come to know to this why. Infinite means unlimited. And embodiment means limited. In other words, how can the infinite become the finite? Logically, it's impossible, and it will always be there. And yet, it does happen over and over and over again. We hold it to be a recurring phenomena. In some religions, they say, oh, it happened just once. And in some religions, they say, it doesn't happen at all. So Sri Ramakrishna himself says, I saw Satchidananda coming out of this body and saying, I incarnate in every age. Now, Sri Ram, if you want to believe his words, you can. It's like, okay. What is Satchidananda? Existence, consciousness, bliss. That is the name of the reality with forms as well as a reality beyond all forms. It's called a Saguna Brahman and a Nirguna Brahman. He says, I saw Satchidananda come out of this sheet, the body. I embody in every age. So it does happen. We will see some aspects of it. The reason why I said it's just impossible to encapsulate within an hour everything of another. But one thing is there. Remove an avatar from religion and you have nothing in it. There's nothing in it. It's an empty shell. The avatars dominate religions, they dominate scriptures, they dominate every stage of religious life. Okay? I'll explain what are the indications of an avatar. They also dominate art, culture, everything, painting, music, everything. Take for instance, Jesus Christ. If Jesus Christ was not there, what about all these grand churches and statues and paintings and music? You think all these things would have remained? Would have even existed? No. It's just not possible. So, and what's the central focus of this? It's again an avatar or an incarnation. They also, every incarnation dominates the consciousness of millions of people. Again, remove a Buddha, and what do you get in Buddhism? dry philosophy, dry psychology. That is nothing. When you say Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. That's what it is. So, Buddhism and Buddha are in a way synonymous, and that's what they dominate every worshipper. And the idea is, as you meditate, and because we are supposed to pray and surrender and meditate and do japa, they become part of your consciousness. Swamiji says, we are the real idolaters. You know why? Not because we worship idols, because we worship the body. This is the biggest idolatry.
Yes.
So, you need an incarnation. Now you see why you have to transfer your body consciousness to someone else. It helps in religion's life. Everything you see in this world around, you see this place, the trees, the plants, Cleveland, Ohio, the US, the world. It's a huge world, you know? Very big. But at the heart of each and everything is evolution. Everything has evolved. Thousands of years ago, this place was covered with massive ice sheets. Where do you think you got your Great Lakes and all? The land is evolving. The climate is evolving. Trees and birds and everything is evolving. You, me, everybody is evolving. Oh yes, you just cannot have suddenly something popping out of the skies. Hey, ready-made. It's not done. If on the level of the body everything is evolving, and it is true. This was found out thousands of years ago by the ancient Sankhya philosophers. They call it Satkaryavad. The transformation. Prakriti transforms. I just notice I never said Darwin and Wallace rediscovered something called evolution. No, it was there a long, long time. Only they put it in a kind of a scientific way, that's all. It was known. Don't think that people before Darwin did not know. Only thing they did not formulate the ideas in English and all these things. Yeah, it's all there all over the world. In every culture, the idea. You put a seed in the ground and overnight you don't get a tree. It grows. Everything is growing and they're noticing it. So, if physically everything is evolving, psychologically you can see how children who are born, they also grow and grow and grow and grow. How? Psychologically, mentally. They also grow, they're evolving. Spiritual growth also is like that. It is evolution. If this is a fact of nature, your soul also has been evolving. Well, no. I come from nowhere and I'll go to nowhere. That is not rational. Your soul has been, the jivas has been evolving. So this is another fact. Then the avatars, the incarnations who also come are also evolving. Yeah. Oh, even incarnations evolve, oh, of course. According to time and place, they give their message. Sri Ramakrishna says he was Rama, who was Krishna, is now Ramakrishna. What? Yes, that same soul comes again and again. If you have been coming repeatedly, an avatar also comes repeatedly. Everything is expanding, going. Yes. It's great fun. Don't worry. Enjoy the fun. If you don't like it, nothing can be done about it. So you have fun. Understanding the nature. So this gives us an insight into, okay, that Sri Ramakrishna gives another example, nice homely example. The same moon rises every night. And he say, Uncle Moon is everybody's uncle. Chan Mama is Sawai Mama. The same incarnation appears again and again and again and again. We will see why later. Okay. So, this much for, I don't want to dwell too much on the technicalities because we are all generally devotees and the devotees like to have something devotional and yet does not militate against reason. So Sri Krishna says, Ajopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishvaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavamya atmamayaya. And then he says, Yada yada hi dharmasya. You all know all that. Yada yada hi dharmasya. So the translation is, though I am birthless, undecaying, and the Lord of all beings, Ajopisan, Avyayatma, Bhutanam Ishvara, He is the Lord of all beings. Still, by subjugating my Prakriti, my nature. Now, what is the nature of God? Oh, the nature of God is so compassionate, so loving. That I'm not talking of that nature. The whole of this physical, mental, moral, spiritual world is His nature. I think you got this. Mountains, trees, forest, all. Yes. Everything, that is the nature. He's saying, I take birth by my own Maya. I take birth. That is, I appear to take birth by my own Maya. And this has great implications for all of us. Okay. This happens, and it has been happening before. So, what's the mission of an incarnation? First thing that every avatar says, I come not to destroy but to fulfill. You will never see these guys destroying the old. they build up on the old. Today's science is nothing but building up on the old. Today's scientists and all these things, they are standing on the shoulders of older scientists. All of them. Today's knowledge was standing on the shoulders of earlier knowledgeable people. Everything is. Same way with an incarnation. You will not break the link, break the chain. Sorry. So they come predominantly to energize all forms of worship, all religions, everything connected with religion and everything connected with spirituality. They energize it. And they send it out in a wave that in time will inundate the entire world. Slowly, slowly. It's a wave. They generate a wave. It's like these, you heard of these tsunamis. There's a kind of an earthquake. And then it raises a tsunami and that surges forward. Exactly like that. Only in this case, an incarnation is born, that birth itself starts the wave. How long the wave will rush through? Yes, it will rush through till it fizzles out and then another wave will rise. Okay. The second is, which is extremely important.
Here's what I found.
They come, as I had spoken about evolution, they come to evolve human consciousness. Human consciousness has to also evolve. And it's extremely difficult for humans to do it on their own. Yes, it's impossible. Tomorrow we'll be speaking on meditation and yoga, etc. I'll deal with that separately. Because somehow we are still our old savage selves just beneath our skin. We call ourselves civilized, cultured, rational. We call everything. We are polished, we are clean, everything. Our streets are clean, our houses are clean, our bodies are clean. Everything is nice, spick and span outside. But inside, that old savage still lurks. So, what was the 50,000 or 60 or 100,000 years ago? We have evolved. We were just discussing, Venkata, we were saying that, technologically we are advancing, but not on the level of human consciousness. So these people come, these incarnations come to help us evolve. On the large scale, as humanity, not I will help only this person and not that person. No. They come for everybody. The appeal is for everyone. So how do they do it? This was one of the great mysteries until recently. It was only after Swami Vivekananda explains how he does it or how he does it, do we understand how they evolve human consciousness. Amazing. So let's start with this. He says, like when we are born, we all are born in the mother's womb, and we then emerge, and then we go through an entire evolutionary cycle which has taken millions or billions of years. And then we come to the point where present humanity stands, and we are trying to push the barriers of what we want to be. Yes. We have in one lifetime, we have lived the entire lifetime of our species. There are these mothers, they know how their fetuses look when this 1 week, 2 weeks and all that. Like a fish, like a chicken and all that kind of thing. What is this? You're going to evolve into this? Yeah? Really? Oh. And when the child is born, that child is a savage. He'll crush the butterfly under the feet. That child has to be now, that savage stage of humanity has to be now tamed. That is why we have a very long childhood. Yeah, you are not like a deer who is just born and after a few start running. Look at us, completely dependent. There are other reasons and all that, but principally to tame your savagery, to evolve you into a human being. That's why the mothers are so important. Yes. Otherwise, a human birth does not make you a human being. Otherwise, you can see that a human being is a being who has now being inculcated with human values, human knowledge, slowly. And then that child grows up, and then we are here. You had a long journey. Every time a child is born, goes through the history of the race, the human race, and comes up to this present point. And then those who believe in reincarnation, they will come back again run through this, and then come up here. Now, when you see these athletes who race, who run these races, and they broke the world record and all. You think they did it one time? First time they ran, they broke a record? It's ridiculous. They have been doing thousands and thousands of times. That person who runs, say, just for example, 100 meters, that person, that athlete has been running 100 meters for thousands of times. Thousands and thousands and thousands, till he pushes a little. New world record. After some time again, pushes. But they have to start from over and over and over again. When an avatar comes, now contrast this with an incarnation. You live the life of your ancestors and the whole history of your race, your species, that is human species. But an avatar lives the life of every species and every living being on this earth. That's a huge task, you know? Yes. You don't see that, no? You never heard of this also, but now you're hearing it. An incarnation lives the life of the entire world, runs through every stage quickly, and not like he stops. He goes far into the future and shows us this is where you are supposed to reach. So he lives the past, the present, and the future of humanity. That's why they become ideals. Oh, that person looks good, he's an ideal. Or that girl looks good, she's an ideal girl. Ideal beauty. What ideal beauty? After 2 years, they are kind of gone up. So this is the range. Think about it. And later on, when you tend to forget it, you watch it again on. A friend here will put it up. Watch it. This is what Swamiji says. The entire. You know why I'm stressing this? Because there are some people in some parts of the world, even today, they claim themselves as, I'm an incarnation of this. There are incarnations of Jesus also now. Do you know that? Yeah. And there are some incarnations of so and so and this and that, and kind of like business. Religion becomes like kind of mockery. Yes, they mock not, and they fool themselves and they fool the people who follow them. It's not even pseudo-religion. It's just mockery. They don't understand the implications of what they went through. Jesus was crucified, and you blame these people responsible. You'll blame the Romans, you'll blame the Jews, and blame this and blame that. You don't know. Don't try to interpret his grand life like this, according to what your likes and dislikes. These are very great events that have happened, that have meaning for the future of humanity. This explains everything. Swamiji's, you can say, explanation of an incarnation. So, and you can see how he has brought out these ideas from which are not wrong. Well, no, we don't live the life of our race. You're going to argue with me. You're going to have to argue with science. No, not with me, Swamiji. You think your DNA is new? You ask yourself. Is it new? No. You know how old is this DNA? Billions of years. Your genetics itself is telling the whole story of your evolution. You are not new here. And your genetic story is the genetic story of all life. You think the trees are different from you? They have come before us. And they were so successful, because of that, they are our distant cousins. All life is based on a single transmission of information. All life has sprung from one point and has grown and grown and grown and grown. You have kinship with all life. Forget only humans. Even the chickens and everything that, even what you eat, that also you can relate to that. Everything. So what's the point in, oh no, I'm so new today. I'm a modern person, I'm new. No, your cells tell the whole history. You cannot hide that away from us. So we are new here. Nothing is new. So this is your own, and that's why Swamiji said, we live the life. And what's wrong with an incarnation living the entire life of humanity and going forward? Nothing. Because we are also doing that same thing. We are trying to push the limits of the present and going towards the future. I'm sure you never heard this. Okay. So what's the need of an incarnation? The word used, and now it's an English word. It's pronounced avatar, but avatar, avatarana, that which descends. For what? For you to ascend. Oh, we believe in the incarnation. Good. Are you ascending? Oh no, only we believe. What? You better start ascending. Because the very idea of his descent then will have meaning. I mean, I'm using the word he, but he, she, okay. There's all those things are not there in the soul. So, an incarnation, she or he in different bodies, they ascend. They descend for us to ascend. The second thing that they do, and this is also meant for all those people who claim that their saint or their godman is the incarnation. It doesn't happen like that. You may have veneration to your saint or to your yogi or to your spiritual teacher, but to say that they are incarnations, that's rubbish. They are a separate class, completely different. They are not ordinary. They are God in human forms. Oh, but we are like a divine in you. No, that's a different thing. So another indication of an incarnation is he or she will wipe out the doom, the destiny of millions of people. Shri Ramakrishna Swamiji calls him, Shri Ramakrishna, Kapala Mochana, one who wipes out what is your karma has dictated for you. He says, oh, it is my karma, my karma. What can I do? I have all these samskaras are there. What can I do? I am powerless in the hands of these old habits. What can you do? Go to an incarnation. Why is it wiping out? People now, they have the idea of seeing your, and they read palmistry. Do you know, Swami, do you know palmistry? No, I know a little how to read the soles of your feet. Oh, that also. If it is here, it is there also. Not only there, it is written all over your body also. Yeah, all the lines and the shapes and forms of your body is also an indication. Not only is it written here. Yeah, there are signs on the body, And there are all those on your forehead. That's why it's called reading the forehead. I knew of a friend who only, we were young, only when he used to get drunk, he could read. You should just look at people. He had given up, but whenever he used to get drunk, a little drunken, then he used to start. See, that person is like this, that person is going to have this. This is more unfailing than this. Well, that's a different thing. So they say, what are you? What are you? See, look at it's written on my forehead. And that's why they put the mark, the tilak. Why do you think it's tilak? Can't you see I'm the worshipper of the Divine Mother Bhavani, or of Shiva, or of Vishnu? Can't you see? It's written on my forehead. Kapala. In Bengali you will say, Ki Kapal. What my fate, what Ki Bhaggo, Hamar Ki Kapal. They will say, Amar Kapal, Ki Futo ekta hoye geche, ki something like that. Na? Futo Kapal. Very good. Like cracked forehead. Your future, your destiny is cracked. So, Shri Krishna comes and wipes what has been written for you by your past karma. Come to an incarnation. They have the redeeming power. You see it in all incarnations. You will see in Christ, you will see in Buddha, you will see in the Vamana, you will see in all Narasimha, you will see in all the incarnations, that redeeming power. That is what helps. They are not coming, come, go and meditate. They will remove all your obstacles to meditation. Shri Ramakrishna was seen, disciple comes, I cannot meditate. What? Oh, he touches him, he gets into a deep meditation. He also said, Farashtanga. Those who are from Bengal, they will know. Faras means French. So, just outside Calcutta, there was a place called Chandan Nagar. That was a French colony. So these guys in the British side of the country, they used to do all kind of crazy things, revolutionary this and that. And to escape the British, they used to go to the French quarters. Now the French they have not committed anything on the French side. And the French and the British were always fighting there. So your laws, British laws, do not apply there. In France, it was considered a colony of France. India was like that. So whatever these people used to do in British India, they used to run into the French side of India, that is in Chandan Nagar. So for us, French quarter. So whatever you have done in your life, everything that you have done in your life, now you can come here to Shri Ramakrishna. Yes, that is the way. So he said, I am the French quarter. Whatever you have done, it's ever cancelled. It's coming up. Come out here. Okay. This is interesting, huh? This is every incarnation does it. It's not just that is the work of an incarnation. Every incarnation, when an incarnation comes, becomes an adorable form. It's called Archana Murti. This form can be worshipped. it will give you liberation. It will give you salvation. You go and don't worship this beauty in the woman and the man and this and that. We are worshipping that. That's a problem. That's a mistake, of course. When you worship the image of God, the form of God, it will save you. And every age, God descends with a form where people can come and worship it. And that worship, the prayers, the meditation will liberate you. You see it consistently. I don't want to go too much in history to show that every incarnation has had these characteristics. Then every incarnation becomes a chosen ideal also for this age, becomes an Ishta Devata. Why? Let's not go into metaphysics, but that incarnation becomes, as it were, part of our lives and forms part of our ideal, forms part of our aspirations, religious aspirations, of course, spiritual aspirations, becomes part of your thought processes, becomes a part of your intellectual quest. Does God exist? Is there a reality? That also is. So it becomes an Ishta Devata. And you worship and pray and meditate and seek to solve your quest in that. So that's why he says God incarnates, Sri Ramakrishna says, for all his devotees. Okay. I think we can. Now, who authenticates? Who says? Tomorrow you might claim, I am an incarnation. But you better be careful. You have to, suppose, now you have learned boxing and you want to become a boxer. Okay. How do we know that you are a boxer? If you claim, I am the greatest of all times, then they'll ask you, have you boxed with Muhammad Ali? No! Go there first and then we will authenticate it. Okay? Very good. All right. Oh, you're good? Muhammad Ali is old. No, go and fight with Mike Tyson then. Oh, fight somebody. You have to have those types of people who are going to authenticate you. You gather around a bunch of fools and say, oh, my saint is an avatar and this is an avatar, and that will not do. They say, no, person is known by the company he or she keeps, like that. Clowns. So you will have a clown in the sense. So this is authenticated by mighty souls who come with an incarnation. And incarnation never comes alone. Never and never it will be. He comes with his own team. He does not take you. Every incarnation comes with the whole team. Now those who claim to be incarnations might as well you take a note. First gather a team. And those team members should be as great as who can recognize. Yes. Sri Ramakrishna came with those Nitya Siddhas, ever perfect, Ishvara Kotis they were called, like Ishvara, like God-like souls that come. Yes. Swami Vivekananda was one of them. Swami Brahmananda, Swami Premananda, Swami Niranjanananda, Swami Yogananda, and Narayan. Oh my God. Ooh. Tremendous souls. They had, Sri Ramakrishna says of Swamiji, he has the power to overturn the world. They come with so much power. And then the Holy Mother, the Jagat Janani, she herself has come this time. What? What is this? What is happening? We just heard this song, Bhavani Dayani. We consider her Bhavani and Dayani, the Divine Mother who is compassionate. How is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Like I told you in the beginning, how can the infinite become the finite? Yes, it does. Through Maya. Okay? So that much, their voices itself can kind of quell any kind of dissent. Then there is another type of authentication. They will appear in dreams. They will appear to you in visions. Yes. Even before their arrival, they can be seen. And after their arrival, they will appear, still appear. Oh yes. That is, you are now convinced. Okay, there it is. They start a new tradition. That is another way. What? Yeah, the Ramakrishna order is a new tradition. With their own separate line of gurus, the parampara, all these things. Every incarnation starts. When Jesus came, he started what is called after a few centuries, became Christianity. He was born in a Jewish family. And Buddha, he was born in a Hindu family, Buddhism. And then Ramakrishna, he was born in a Hindu family. You will start this is a new type, a stream within all the streams. That's what they do. Because like I said, they come with a lot of power. And principally, their powers comes to you through their name, their mantras. How many of you are initiated? There. Very good. So, yes. Their power comes down through their name, their mantra. That is the power. And this age, the Ramakrishna name, the mantra is very powerful. Yeah. Holy Mother also gives the example. Sri Ramakrishna is saying, when a seed is germinating, the shoot is very tender. But it can penetrate the hardest of surfaces. Sometimes even rocks. Breaks rocks and... So the name of God is like that. Tender. But it starts penetrating deeper and deeper and deeper. And breaks. Keep on doing your job. Okay? You also. What better thing has happened to you in your life? This This is the greatest thing that has happened to you. Yes. Every other, as I said, every incarnation's work, they themselves, and all scriptures, all mythologies also. So Ramayana, oh, it's a myth. And your Superman, and your Batman, and your Catwoman are real. No, they are not real. But you do think they are real. They are part of your consciousness. If you suppress your religious mythology, it will come out in this way. You cannot stop it. That's part of your mind, the way it works. It has to work. Then you will have to have Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and keep on. So it's mythology. And these people are kind of, like cliched things, they just keep on talking. Mythology. I saw Rama. I saw Kali. I saw the Divine Mother. I saw Durga. I saw Krishna. I saw Jesus. I saw. That is what? That's the old Vedic Vedaham etam purusham mahantam. I have seen that mighty cosmic man shining like the sun, Aditya Varnam, Tamasap Parastad, beyond all darkness. This is what religion is. I have seen. They come and say, oh, that temple, that Shiva, he kind of, that's all imagination. He said, I've seen Shiva. Oh my God, why this hallucination? A hallucination. No, but the others also have seen it. Those with him and those after him also, they have seen. A hallucination might be one person, okay. But everybody? No. So, they come to authentic and they see, I have seen it. There are a lot of points, but since I've been given just a few minutes, another great indication of what an incarnation mind is. You want to know? We have seen all these things. How is it possible? The small body, God can become embodied. Yes, it does. So in many places, those who have read the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna and those who have read the divine Sri Ramakrishna and his divine play have read about and have tried to understand something called, he used to say, the Bhavamukha. Now, Swami Satyamayananda in his biography of Sri Ramakrishna explains, he's saying, 3 times I was commanded, stay in Bhavamukha. Now, what is Bhavamukha? So, when I entered this house, and it was graciously opened to me. I came in. Suppose I stood on the threshold. I can see the house inside and yet I can see everything outside. What will that state be? It's standing on the threshold of what? Of the house? I'll give you an example. Between relative existence and absolute existence, standing on that threshold, on that point, it's not a sharply divided, it's like more, it's kind of blends in. The absolute will become the relative, and the relative leading up to the absolute. Sri Ramakrishna should be stationed there. Don't get fooled by an incarnation's picture and his state. Oh, I came, let's have some rasgulla. Rasgulla they will have. Nah. Every incarnation stands on that dividing line, as it were, the threshold between these two realms. The Brahman with forms and Brahman without forms. Saguna Brahman, Nirguna Brahman. He used to dwell there. Not like you and me. We are all, the world is relative and we are, no. That is where you could look this side and see the absolute reality. Look this side. When can you do that? Can you and me do that? No. That incarnation at that time, Swami Satyamayananda discusses, that incarnation is identified with the entirety of this relative world. That cosmic mind, he's saying this cosmic mind is my mind. Like your mind, say, where's your mind? Oh, you see, my mind was restless. I was absent-minded. But you know you have a mind. Yes, sure. Are you sure? And I ask people, can you show me your mind? Think about it. Where does your mind? Oh, my mind is, I said, where? I was restless. Show me where your mind is. But you know you have a mind. And you are the only one who has a mind? No. You, me, her, everyone, the cats, the dogs, the horses and the cows, they all have a mind. And they used to think, no, we project our minds on the animals and think they behave like this. No. Now it's found that they have a mind. And the whales and the sharks and the fish and everything has a mind. Yes. And now they find even plants respond. They also have a mind. Yes. So everybody's mind taken in its totality, the birds, the plants, the insects, everything is called the cosmic mind. Sri Ramakrishna, when he used to stand there, he's saying this cosmic mind is mine. In that state, you know what it means?
Samadhi.
It's Samadhi. He is God. Yes. It's only the place where Ishvara is stationed. He is the totality of all minds, and all minds gives rise to all bodies. So he thinks, Sarvata Panipadam Tat Sarvatok Shishiro Mukham Sarvata Shrutimalloke Sarvam Avritya Tishtati Sarvendriya Gunabhasam Sarvendriya Vivarjitam. Oh, these are grand slokas in the Bhagavad Gita. With my eyes and ears and hands and feet and everywhere I exist. God has already been a part of you, but you don't know. Or you have been a part of God, but you do not know. This is Maya. So every incarnation stands there. At that time, like Christ says, I and the Father are one. Yes, this is what the meaning is. I am Ishvara, I am God. So we started with this proposition. How can the infinite become embodied. This is how. All right, I think it's over. But where does he? But he has to come from somewhere. And why? Why does he have to come? Sometimes he has to come. Now we saw how it happens, and again, whenever virtue subsides, whatever. You know who is responsible for bringing down God, bringing down the avatar to bring down descent? You know who is responsible?
We.
Yes, good. Your prayers, your tears, your fasting, your questions. Where is God? Where is God? Can't God see all this, what's happening? In the depths of despair, in the heights of joy, everywhere, all these prayers and fasting and penances and religious duties, they go and then they bring him down or her down. So in Vedanta, in Hinduism, it's not somewhere. You'll see some people. Sorry, that's a kindergarten concept of religion. Zindagi और मौत ऊपर वाले के हाथ में है. You know, when we were young, we used to listen to this. Your life and death in the hands of the one who is above. What above? What's above? You can see only galaxies, stars, and all this. All the way up. Heaven, where? Up. All that is meant for, like I said, it is necessary, like for kindergarten. This is the red horse. See? And the red horse. The child goes and sees, that is the horse. But this was necessary. You don't say, now that you have come to the kindergarten, we are going to teach you advanced mathematics or physics. Are you ready? Yes. And then, no, you know what happens. So where does God come from? Your prayers and all have been coming from here. From here. As the scriptures say, Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe. Ishvara dwells in all beings. In your heart. Not in this physical heart. In the old days, the heart meant the core of your being. Oh, the heart. Because they thought if the heart stopped, everything. Now if the heart stops, also can be resuscitated. Those who are doctors, they will see. Until the brain goes up, then they don't declare you dead. From the core of your being, that incarnation as God dwells here comes out. Your prayers, your worship, your penances have made that one God materialize. What a remarkable mystery. What a remarkable secret. So the secret is finally no secret at all. You are the player. You have been crying, where is God? And God comes and says, I don't believe in God. Let that death and disease come crushing. Then God. It's only your ego saying, there is no God. Ignorance. It's called ajnana. those whose ignorance has gone off, they see, oh my God. They know it. So what about my ego? Go there. That's why that Archana Murti, the adorable form, is to transfer your silly, stupid mistakes and all these things that you have done all your life in your past lives. You go and there deposit it. You go deposit your check. Sri Ramakrishna says, here, he used to say the check. All checks are encashed here. He was a real champion. Huh? He got all checks are honored. That's why he said, kind of. In India, they should write check, and then check used to bounce. There's no money in that way. There, Sri Ramakrishna has plenty here. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. He lives the life of all the species.
He doesn't come like a species.
However, the first incarnation was a fish. It's called a Matsya. But at that point, there were no human beings.
Right.
You must understand that. There were only fish. So he took out. The next was? Yeah, it's amphibious. It can kind of stay in the water and also stay on land, both. The transition. That's when the you can see life was coming. We were born in the ocean, okay, not in the Garden of Eden. We were born in the ocean. We came out and then the third was a completely terrestrial. The boar, the wild boar, but Varaha. And then we had the being who was half human, half animal, Narasingha. That is kind of, that old, the animal is still there. I think most of us are still there like that. Then they came the Vamana, the hominid, the Vamana, the short dwarf. So, but you must understand, there were no other species. These were the only species there. Not only, there were the plants and others, but Swami Vivekananda says, if a tiger starts praying to God, the tiger will conceive of a big tiger in that heaven that has tigers. Why should he pray to a human God? If they could. So humans, we conceive of a God according to our limitations. If Swami also said, if a buffalo can think of religion, he will think it's a big buffalo. Why should he think of human? When tiger wants to pray, saying, oh Lord, see these humans, they are so insolent, they are so disobedient, they are not coming down to lay themselves front of us to be eaten. Yeah. Everything is like, you must understand that. So he lives the life of the entire world, all the species, and comes here. And he pushes the barriers. So it is fortunate for us, as humans, we have been able to see that one formless, nameless God as human. He has projected a human form for the sake of us. He is not limited to only that, okay? Like take for instance, yeah, you go and make arrangements. That's very important. There was in Jairambati, there was Holy Mother's native village, and she saw one of her disciples, Gyan, pushing the cat away with his foot. Then she said, Gyan, what are you doing? Don't push the cat with your foot. Don't you know I dwell in that cat also? What? What is this? You think Sri Ramakrishna has fooled us? Holy Mother has fooled us some more. Taken us for a nice ride. Don't look at her like that ordinary. She is a divine mother. And she saw herself in all beings. All beings were in her. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmani evanupashyati. Sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsati. That's what is written in the Upanishads. Okay? I can tell you one thing. You have wasted your 45 years. That's a sad story of your life. You may have been an engineering, you may be a great engineer, but you have missed the bus. Yes. But it's not too late. Start. You can start now. Follow what your guru had told you. What atheism? It's nothing, nonsense. What atheism? In fact, you can prove that God exists. You cannot prove the world exists. Can you prove the world exists? What world exists? The atoms and molecules, they are all empty, hollow. What are you talking? You're talking, looking at me, and I'm talking, looking at you. We are creating our own reality in your brain. What objective reality is there in this world? If you have understood quantum physics, you understand the whole thing is an appearance. What Vedanta has been saying for thousands of years. What atheism, what kind of nonsense is ideas of atheism? Nonsense. The world is real and God is unreal. Reverse that. This world is an appearance. Where is the solidity? It's in imagination. There is nothing solid. I was just talking to Venkat this. They say that 94% of the universe is dark matter, dark energy. What is this? Just a foam, or like on the ocean, the froth. 4%. I think there was a book at 4% universe and 5%. What is this nonsense? You don't know anything. You don't know anything about the universe, and you will never know it. You know why? The Vedanta says this is ajnana, non-knowledge. Atheism. What atheism? What kind of rubbish arguments, especially these. No, I'm not talking. I'm just making you a representative of. Sri Ramakrishna keeps on saying God alone is real. The universe is unreal. You mean to say, no, I don't take his words for real. Yeah, you take your life. So your 45 years has been unreal. What achievements have you done? It all ended with gone. Nothing. If you would have stuck to that, then you would have said, yes, my human birth has been, which is very, you can say rare, to get a human body, very rare, has been worth it. There are people, the other day in Seattle, last month, a Sarvapriyananda had come and Now there's a lot of studies on consciousness, not consciousness. Yeah. And he was invited for a seminar on consciousness. And not only you and me, one of the best neurologists, the best quantum physicists, the best, you can say, scientists and philosophers, they had met and they were discussing one-on-one what is consciousness. And he was referring to a book, what is consciousness? 350, from every person, there are 350 ideas of what is consciousness, and when you read that, you will not find you know anything about consciousness. Everybody. What is real? Yeah, consciousness is real. And what is this? Nothing. So you pinned your faith on something which is ephemeral. That's why they say you must have faith like a little child. When Sri Ramakrishna says, when the mothers tell the child, see, he's your elder brother, okay? Oh yeah. He will believe it 100%. Only you are not ready for that. Now, nothing is lost. In this universe, nothing is lost. Start now.
Start what?
Your spiritual practices. In earnest. You can still catch up. You can cover the lost years. But whatever you receive from that day, you have not understood its value. As you keep on following his instructions to you, you will realize what he had given to you. Yes. He was a very, 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 very great soul. Very rarely do such people come. So consider yourself fortunate and let's do something about it. You take a lottery ticket that has won the billions or whatever $1 billion, and you say, I'll keep it, and you forget it, and then what do? I don't know, I've lost it. Then you keep on searching, and then you find out that the time limit is over. Sorry. But in this case, your time limit is not yet over. You can go on. So you must have that kind of Shraddhavan Labate Jnanam. The one who has faith attains knowledge. Okay. If you are a real atheist, why do you believe in this, what you see? There is no color out there. Why are you believing in all that nonsense? There's color. Oh, there's color. Who said there's color? You believe, no, it's there is, I can see. Be a thoroughgoing atheist, and then I will see. Not half-baked atheist. Convenient atheism. Believe, don't believe. Smash everything out intellectually, of course. Don't go about. I think the Swami came and said, smash everything up. And then your missus will say, what is it? He'll come and what is it? That is the way.
Okay.
And with that blue light, that is... every guru, when they initiate, they transmit power. So one form of transmission is from the mantra itself. The mantra itself is powerful, and they pack it up with a little more of their power and they transfer it. Okay, that is one way. The other way is they transfer it and they transfer their power to get you kick-started. So okay, that way. So you can to kick-start something to encourage you. So yeah, 45 years and you can start now again because it doesn't go like an expired lottery ticket. But this is not an expired lottery ticket. This will remain. Where is it? It's in your subtle body. So take it up again.